So, lads, in this video, we're going to talk about Aliyah Boston. And Aliyah Boston has been absolutely killing it this season. And this has been the best Aliyah Boston has been in her career. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are trying to hit 55K as soon as possible. Look, we're not going to get the 54.5K by the end of the day. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. Unlikely, but maybe we are. So, anyway, we gotta go and talk about this because Aliyah's been incredible. She's been absolutely incredible. And this is what Aliyah, this is the wrong thing. This is what Aliyah has said about the about playing with Caitlin and basically what way she came into the season.
Is there some kind of secret sauce to your success right now? I mean, you just look a lot stronger and a lot faster.
No, I don't think so. I think just making sure that I was ready to come in. Obviously, playing with the sprinter over here, she likes to get up and down. I think going into this year, I knew that a lot better than coming into my last year. And so for me, I think I was just prepared and ready to go.
And that is one of the big things where it's like, Aliyah Boston, we've said it last year, and this is what I said coming into last season. Like, Aliyah Boston, it was the most happy I've been to be wrong because Aliyah Boston just did not seem to fit early with Caitlin Clark. They were getting in each other's way. Caitlin was playing great when Aliyah wasn't on the floor. Aliyah was playing great when Caitlin wasn't on the floor. They won a couple of games running through Caitlin. They won a couple of games running through Aliyah. And at the end of the day, they looked very good with one or the other last season. They had times where they looked good without one or the other. They looked awful with both of them. And Aliyah completely adapted her game. And that's the one thing you give Aliyah credit for. And it was like, Caitlin definitely has adapted her game, but Caitlin's game was more adjusting to the defenses. Aliyah's game was more adjusting to Caitlin. And I think Aliyah realized it was during this time around last year. Aliyah hadn't really been the hub, but Aliyah was the target for the pick and roll. So, like, Aliyah had set her career high multiple times. I'm pretty sure she set her career high in the game where Caitlin Clark broke the assist record, and half the assists were to Aliyah Boston. Like, Aliyah she just kept hitting Aliyah with passes, and Aliyah was able to finish. And then Aliyah became more of a hub coming out of the Olympics, where Kelsey Mitchell became less of a, for lack of a better word, ball-dominant player. Kelsey Mitchell became absolutely more of a ball dominant player, less ball dominant player, and Aliyah became more of an offensive hub. Like, I've said it, it's the Jamie Tart situation. You can play two Aliyah Boston, but you play through Aliyah Boston. You can't play playing two Caitlin Clark never really works. Playing through Caitlin Clark works. Like, even if playing through Caitlin Clark means she only shoots 15 shots a game and averages 16 points per game, rather than running to Caitlin Clark where she shoots 20 a game, I'd rather they run through Caitlin Clark. Even if it means she takes less shots, she's more effective. She's a better passer than she is a scorer, and I think that was one of the things coming into the season. I predicted on the season for Caitlin, I predicted 17-8. That was my predictions, and she's averaging around 17 points per game. She's averaging 9 assists per game. So she's actually averaging more assists than I thought, but she is also averaging less points, a little bit less points than I projected. But I projected 17-8 right now. And if she plays 30 minutes a game, she can do that. But what Aliyah Boston is doing is absolutely incredible. What she is doing is absolutely incredible because she is completely adapted. She's got to run. I remember the first game against the Sky when she missed 3 or 4 bunnies early. And everyone was like, oh, someone in my chat was literally goes, look at how out of shape Aliyah is. And I'm like, dude, Aliyah Boston has missed those layups, but she's only got those layups because she's sprinting. The only reason she has got the layups in the first place is because she is sprinting. So I'm just there like, okay, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. Go sprint. Aliyah Boston is now leading the break. Like, this version of Aliyah Boston is a top 15 player in the league and has the potential to go super high. And it's scary, the adjustment, because Aliyah Boston was a traditional back to the basket player. She was your traditional player. She would hit cutters. She wanted to back you down in the post, and that's all she really did. She was a scoring threat, and like that's one of the things people don't realize is that Aliyah Boston, as good as she was as a rookie, she wasn't this type of player. She's now, the mid-range shot was there. She now needs to shoot a couple more threes. That's the one thing I would like Aliyah Boston to do. And it's funny when it came to Unrivaled, she sucked in Unrivaled. No offense to Aliyah, she absolutely sucked in Unrivaled. But it didn't matter because what did she do in Unrivaled? She got better at pushing the floor. She got better at pushing the floor. She got better at running. She led a few fast breaks, and now she's leading a few fast breaks with Fever. Now she's throwing ahead. Like Aliyah, I don't know if she will. But I don't know if Aliyah will get a triple-double. But I think it's on the cards. It's very much on the cards. The last game that they played, she wasn't that far off. Was she? No. Was it the Dream game where she wasn't far off a triple-double? Like, there was one game recently where she had 8 assists. And look, 8 assists can turn into 10 very quickly. 8 assists turns into 10. Yeah, she only had 6 boards and she had 8 assists. But, like, on the season, she's averaging, like, 8 boards a game. Averaging 8 boards. So, like, she's averaging 8 boards, 3.6 assists. On any given game, she can have 6, 7, 8 assists. And when she's running the floor, she's running the DHO, she's more comfortable dribbling. Her entire game has been absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It has been a huge, huge improvement on the year, and she's made a jump in different parts of her game every single year. And that's one of the things you have to take into account, that like it has been Aliyah's ability to switch. And look, when it comes to Natasha Howard, you just want Natasha Howard to cut off Aliyah. You don't want Natasha Howard to have the ball in her hands. It's as simple as that. You want the ball as much as possible to be in Caitlin and Aliyah's hands. The offense looks right when it's ran through these two. You can run the offense to Lexi Hall can shoot open shots. You can run it to Kelsey Mitchell. You can run the offense to obviously to Kelsey Mitchell. You can run it to Natasha Howard. You can run it to Aliyah Boston, or you can run it to Caitlin Clark realistically. But again, I wouldn't use that as your like main offensive source of offense, is running to either of those players. But the fact that you can run through them so effectively is big, and it's extremely important for this team. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and shout out to Aliyah Boston for all of her improvements that she has made this year.